My fellow Liberians, despite our diversity, we are a united people, a great and noble people. Through the strength of our unity and the resilience of our determination, we have begun to rebuild a ravished country and have survived 2 deadly health crises. Our people have stood together as one united people, ready to face the future. Whether you are a fisherman of Grand Cru and Sino, the hunters of Grand Jide and River G, the farmers of Lofa and Bapolu, the Gola and Vai dancers of Bumi and Cape Mount, the hospitable people of Bassa and River Ses, the warriors of Maryland, the miners and explorers of Nimba, the merchants and traders of Bong, the welcoming people of Magibi, or the melting pot of Montserrado. We are one people, Liberians. We have a great challenge and opportunity ahead of us. In unity, we will rebuild this country as a shining example in Africa, demonstrating the power of a determined and united people. Our economy and our national budget will expand and grow like never before. We will improve the lives of our people and put smiles on the faces of our citizens. I promise you that together we can and will do the job. A new day is on the horizon. The time for babysitting is over. God bless you and God bless Liberia.
I was so shit in the crowd looking around the place, so crowded, foreign guests all over the place. And that gating, I invented it and I stuck it on Ellis Kume, and it stuck. And that gating, I invented it and I stuck it on Ellis Kume, and it stuck. It stuck. Today did that gating stay on Ellis Kume? It was something I invented. It was something I invented. It was something I invented. And the way I did it, I called somebody from Atlanta where he was living. So I created a story and I called the person and I attached the person into it. The person is a big Liberian guy too. You say, yeah, my man, will tell you the truth. So I created a story and I called the person and I attached the person into it. The person is a big Liberian guy too. You say, yeah, my man, will tell you the truth. So I used that person as a reference. That information, so that's what we did. Yeah, so that I'm not confident that whole gating I invented it. Yeah, so that I'm not confident that whole gating I invented it. And how someone picking working right? Publish that story, the one about his wife and everything. Shit.
Well, first of all, there's this, what I call sort of vicious lie about the fact that Mr. Kobe is gay or bring gay lifestyle to Liberia. It's complete bullshit. When people can accuse you of stealing people's money, when they can accuse you of being involved in the war, anything, people don't make up stuff. They don't make up shit. Excuse my language, right? So it's complete nonsense. I mentioned earlier, I don't know if, I'm sure you were here, right? You playing the game, right? I'm married to Teresa, 2 children, 5 grandchildren. I believe in traditional family values, so it's complete bullshit, complete nonsense. And let's dispel that tonight in this forum, and as I've done in many other forums. But let me address that one. Question on gay rights, and I've answered this question, and perhaps not too elegantly. And I've used the words that I'm conflicted by this issue, but let me explain why. Let me explain what I mean by that. It's a lifestyle that I struggle with.
I do not support same-sex marriage. Never have. As a Christian married man, that's not a lifestyle I support, and that is not a lifestyle the Liberian people generally support. I often say to people as well that, that is not a priority for most Liberians today. Liberians want jobs, they want better healthcare, they want better education, they want better infrastructure, etc., etc. And that's where we should focus our energy, and that's where my energy is focused.
You answered that question the right way?
But I answered the question directly, and I have. That is not a lifestyle I support.
There was a strict with youth support, something that you would,
Mamadi, I think I've answered the question the way I'm comfortable.
Okay, guys, how are you? Don't forget by 8 o'clock. By 8 o'clock, we'll be on the radio in Liberia, and it's 12 o'clock in Liberia. We'll be on the radio, and it's 8 o'clock in the morning. I know some people might ask, you say, "But man, what are you doing uptown these days?" Let me tell you something. I do most of my thinking in the night. If you don't know, I do most of my sleeping sometime in the day. And when nothing to do, I take a nap. And once I sleep for 2, 3 hours, I'm fresh. But when something on my mind, I like to talk about it. Today, the show will be very, very nice. So don't forget, join us 8 o'clock tonight. This morning, I'm sorry, 8 o'clock this morning and 12 o'clock in Liberia. Today, I will have on the guy from and Raw Island. You know, Raw Island will be having the extravaganza. And this on the 21st and the 23rd, up to the 23rd. It's a fundraiser, the ANC Global East Coast. Yeah, East Coast, I think. It's East Coast. And I will be the MC at that program. So if you're in the Delaware area, you're in the New York area, you're in the Philadelphia, New Jersey, you see, this is all about fundraiser. And I'll be honest with you, this election will not be an easy election. Let us not take it for granted. Those of us, of anybody who can sacrifice to do what you can do it. If you can call your people back home, call them. Because it's sad that so many lies going on, so many lies. People going from door to door. We can't only sit on social media, we can't sit only on radio and do it. Because, it was so funny before the radio had more power. Let me give you my observation, think what I observed in Liberia. The radio has more power than the internet before. So not everybody was on the internet. But I will tell you the truth, the internet and the radio, I think they are all the same right now in Liberia. And more people now look at the internet. So most people in Liberia, a lot of the people now using the same flat screen phone, but the data is the problem. So they won't stay that long on Facebook to listen to you to go 15, 30 minutes. Because if you in Liberia and you're going 20 minutes, 30 minutes just watching someone, that means you got data. You might see it small. And those who listen to radio, before then, a lot of people had radio. But things were okay. People used to go to work, they come home in the evening, they put the radio on, they switch to the channels and they relax themselves. But now, people are coming home late just because they got to hustle. Nobody got time to listen to radio. Even my own sister, she said, "Oh, I listen to radio a long time. My radio spoiled." Sometimes she listen to her gospel music, she play her tape. But everybody now going door to door. Door to door. If you want to help, I think you have to help financially. You see, for me, if anybody think that I'm getting paid from somewhere, you are lying. I'm sacrificing myself. Everything I'm doing it on my own. If one person chips small thing, fine. Sidiki and myself, you are the one who helped and were able to purchase a bike for him. They got other kids in Liberia who helping us, but they don't have a bike. It's not easy to go from place to place. That's what we're saying. And You got to get a data. When you see Siddiqui going live, it's not free. The iPad he using, I purchase it. The iPhone he using, I purchase it. A lady gave him a telephone, but the telephone messed up. It broke. And he got a laptop, or Apple laptop was given to him. Someone donated it, and Peel, my friend, he donated it and gave it to him. And sometimes people send money for Siddiqui, and he will tell me, say, listen, somebody get this. But imagine right now, the data finished. He said, damn, but brother, nobody sent me something. I said, don't worry, somebody will send you something. It could be me, it could be you. But the fact of the matter, I tell my man, this is graduation time. It's not easy. People, children graduating, and there's other stuff going on. So one way or the other, if you can help, you help. You chip by chip. Right now, I gotta look for a new laptop. My laptop freezing up. I'm using my iPad right now and going on StreamYard. I'm using the iPad. If you're on StreamYard, on the iPad, on StreamYard, you are limited because there's certain things I cannot do on it. I can play video easily. I can bring video on. There's certain things I can do. It's limited only on a computer or desktop or something. So you see, all these things we are sacrificing. Nobody giving us penny, but we want good for Liberia. Pay my way to go to Liberia to register. Nobody pay my way. I pay my own way. And I'm going to go back again. And fixing posters, the button, the cap, the t-shirts. Nobody gave it to me. That's my own way, my little way of putting in. So sometimes when you see, it's embarrassing to ask. Let me tell you the real truth. It's like you want it for yourself. No, I don't care. I want it for myself. But if I go to Liberia right now, if I go there early, I got to take care of my bills here too. And I got to, and people there look at us. There's a boy who sent me a text and sent me some pictures that they're going into community. I'm not the one who running for president, but this is the problem we're in right now. He said if I can help him with 2 megaphone, they got the one you go around, the megaphone, the one the Cellcom people can be using, the train selling the data. He said $25 for it. He said 25. I purchased some the other time. I think I pay anyway. He right because I think I pay about $12 for one. So if he said 25, he's right. But I should purchase it. I'm not the one running for president. I'm not the one. Every day people into the inbox. There's a little group of kids. Siddiqui went there and had a meeting with them. And they said, oh, want to support Mr. Cummings. But we should empower them. How can I empower you? Financially, that's what it means. They want jacket, they want this because they want look good in the community. So this is so many things. That the 3M, money, mobilization, messaging. If you can't get these 3 things, don't waste your time. Don't waste. And I can't go and say Mr. Cummings or call somebody else and say, oh yeah, look, that's what make us great. That's what make us different. If you can't go, you can help somebody. You help them. If you can say, oh, this is my little 5 cents to the cost, and I will say it. There are a lot of people who follow me and help. I will not call names. When I was in Liberia, people were sending me data, and the Siddiqui said, but we not order data, because what I did was we had to buy the on the go and modem, and when you charge it, the last one I put on I pay was 60 something bucks. And we use it, and Siddiqui use it. It just finished. So you pay that money, you get a very good data, because see in Liberia the data is different from the calling. You can put us once you get a data, they will give you numbers and minutes to call. But if you buy only minutes, you can't get the data, because the data is for the internet and it burn. And it's so funny when you get iPhone, you burn more. So we can't be here begging. We can, and the ANC trying, people, everybody want to help. Everybody want to help. I'm not the only person who doing this thing. The guy other people are doing it far better than me. I'm not the only person. Yes, maybe I'm wasting my time. If he thinks I'm wasting my time, actually, I'm supposed to worry if I'm wasting my time. I'm the one who losing sleep. You yourself, you're losing sleep because 14% watching me right now. So you're losing sleep. And other people will watch it later on. So all this thing here, we're doing it together. We're doing it because of Liberia. We're doing it because we want to go home. And tomorrow's show, it's going to be tough. Look, we got roughly 80 and 90 more days or 91 more days for election. When this election, let me make it clear to you. You're in a habit or CPP supporter from the Liberty Party or the ANC, especially the ANC people. Oh, we should take it easy. Don't tell me to take it easy. Don't tell me to take it easy. UP knows very well their primary target than Mr. Cummings. If Mr. Cummings is not in the race, they relax. Our primary target is UP. If UP is not in the race right now, we relax. President Weah, everybody knows that President Weah messed up. Everybody knows that very well. But we're looking for the best to facing President Weah. And I can say this for free, and I will be proud to say it. Mr. Cummings is the only one who ready and prepared to facing President Weah. President Weah will not even campaign against him. There's nothing you can say about Cummings. We can facing UP one-on-one. We will defeat them. Because you know what? They got a 12 years record that they can run on. We have got a 6 years record that he cannot run on. We are the alternative. We are saying that this is what we can do. And our political leaders been saying it over and over. So Tiawan Gonglo saying the same thing like Mr. Cummings. But Tiawan Gonglo, he just got into the race too. And Beslo said the same thing with Mr. Cummings. They just got into the race. They have not done anything yet. They didn't even go to certain counties yet. But Mr. Cummings continued to go around the country, telling us, say, listen, this is what we can do as a nation. We can build this country. We can have a better infrastructure. That is what Mr. Cummings is saying. The other side is not saying it. All the other side is saying that remove President Weah. Remove President Weah. Remove him for what? For another bad group of people? So we're telling the Liberian people, if you show you want a better country, and I will say this and I will not bite my tongue. One-on-one, CDC and Unity Party. CDC will defeat Unity Party. But Mooney, why will you say so? Yes, I will say that. Because the people that want change in our country, they will stay home. They will not vote. Because CDC and UP, they're not good for Liberia. They will stay home, and when they stay home, guess what's going to happen? CDC going to win. CDC going to win. Because you know what? The people that are in UP, if we bring them to power, they will steal the 2029 elections. They will suppress us with Prince Johnson, Mr. Bwaka, Mr. Jeremiah Kuhn, Alex Tyler, Bob Gray, Yombli Kanga. You're stopping, man. You're stopping. Even if we don't want President Weah, why we should bring UP back to power? What are the ideas? What new that they're telling us? What they did wrong that they can correct? They're not telling us. The state cannot tell us how they're going to fix the education system. The state cannot tell us how they will fix the security system. The state cannot tell us how they will fix agriculture, how they will create jobs. They're not telling us. All they're telling us that the government is corrupt. The government is corrupt. Yes, the government is corrupt. We know. We know. But don't tell me we should give you a blank check. The last time, remember, Unity Party was worse. They took the debt to $900 million. And everybody was pissed off because the corruption. They were stealing. People were making salary while the other people were still going through hell. We brought in change. The change messed us up. Change don't come overnight. So all I can tell people that if you think this government is good, you got no reason of changing it. If this government is good, is bad, don't go backward. You must go forward. Go forward. This elections, it's supposed to be Alex Cummings, Tiawan Gonglo, Sarah Beslo, and Dr. Monimba supposed to be arguing, say we will remove President Weah. Why we should go back? Why we should go back? And let me say this to you. You're the UP people then. This election is about who going to face President Weah. You are my target. President Weah is my target. I am your target, and President Weah is your target. You all over the place insulting Mr. Cummings, calling him gay because you got nothing on him. When UP was the one who was parading the whole country with gay. UP was the one. Y'all ask Darius Dillon what he was doing with Robert Salif. Ask Darius Dillon. Because they accused Darius Dillon so many times with Robert Salif. Ask him. But because you got nothing on Alex Cummings, you can never challenge him one-on-one. You try to destroy him, he defeated you. Everywhere you put him. When Alex Cummings was chairman of CPP, that is when Darius Dillon became senator. That is when Yombli Kanga became senator. Prince Moi under the leadership of Alex Cummings. But you people are running all over the place. God beating you. We will not stop talking about it. Mr. Bwaka is dishonest. Mr. Bwaka, you cannot betray people. You came to the CPP. The Liberian people are so happy. Mr. Bwaka destroyed the CPP, pretending as if he knew nothing about it. He used Bernard Ure. He used Henry Costa. When Henry Costa were all over the place, oh, you never knew it was truth. When Henry Costa was saying that Mr. Cummings finger document to you, it was okay. Now Henry Costa talk about $30 million, you still a lie. But Mr. Bwaka's son, Jojo, listen, we don't call men Jojo first, we call women Jojo. Jojo said, yes, we went to Accra. Yes, we met an investor. Yes, they gave us a proposal. Why you're lying? Henry Costa said the truth. Who introduced the businessman? Henry Pedro Costa. It was not you. It was not Jeb Kabakoli or the son. Mr. Bwaka has no contact. Every contact in America was made by Henry Costa. Either Taylor Ure put him on a jet and he went to Nigeria again. Who took him there? Now, in Liberia, he got to mingle with the locals again, like Jeremiah Kuhn and Prince Johnson, who is praying to God to be president through the death of Mr. Bwaka. Then you said Mr. Bwaka is not sick. So why were you fighting to remove the medical clause from the document? Every standard bearer must show the medical report if you fit to be president. It is the right thing to do as a leader. We're not looking for sick president. Mr. Bwaka left from Nima today. He said he got to meet the ECOWAS. That's a lie. The ECOWAS chairman will meet President Weah and will meet with ambassadors. The ECOWAS chairman is not meeting no political leader. But you left from there today and said, oh man, I'm feeling too good. He tired and this and that. He can't go on a 4 days trail. We're not here to compensate people. Let me make it understand. My vote, when I go to UP, UP is our problem. They are con artists. They are our problems. My vote, I know right now y'all won't kill Henry Costa. If y'all get a whole man, y'all will kill him. Everything that Costa said about y'all are true. God is the one who beating y'all. Y'all challenge it. Y'all can rebut the story. Y'all can't even say nothing. All y'all will do, oh, Henry Costa can lie. Oh, Henry Costa can lie. When he was all over the place, he was okay. When Henry Costa said he turned down $40,000 because of Mr. Bwaka, oh, Henry Costa said the truth. When Henry Costa said Mr. Cummings fingered the document, Henry Costa was speaking the truth. But Henry Costa gave days, time, and date, and called names. Now Jojo admitted, but he admitted it at 30 million. Who brought the investors? What the investors was all about? Why you left your country to go to Ghana? Who paid your way to go to Ghana? It was the same Henry Costa. So what Henry Costa said was truth. But you can't say anything about the $30 million. So Henry Costa was the one who introduced the investors. So you see, so y'all stop running around like people with no head on the shoulder. Henry Costa said the truth. And I'm not praising Henry Costa because he got what he deserved. The fact of the matter, we said a long time, Mr. Bwaka, he's not a good man. He's not a good man. Only people like Darius Dillon who took money, people like Nyombli Kanga who don't have any integrity. They don't have shame. They all about themselves, what they can get to get rich. All in the mind of Darius Dillon that, oh, 9 years is enough for me. When I leave, I'm rich. I got money. But thank God that God stopped Henry Costa from taking his share. The same Prophet Key came out and said, oh, somebody bringing $20 million for Costa. Costa will take $5 million to buy his cars and do this because he'll be running as a senator. It could be true that the money Costa was depending on too. You heard him. You listen to him. He waived it. He considered everything. Yes, Jojo admitted that Costa vented his disadvantage. He talked to Mr. Barker for almost 2 hours, and Costa said it. Costa said we're on the phone with Jojo and other people, and the boy admitted. Then which one now you said Alana? Oh, that the $30 million. The $30 million. You think it was free? If you are to carry Henry Costa, we're never going to hear it. The same way you were planning to destroy Mr. Cummings. And sometimes when I hear a bunch of buffoons, like the other fool they call him and Stanton Witherspoon, the criminal. Oh, Mr. Cummings and political career is over. The bosses going around. Oh, Mr. Cummings going to register. Y'all won't come there. You think Mr. Cummings beg for people to follow him? You're still stupid. You are very, very stupid. You're not voting. Fagon is not voting. Fatiga is not voting. You guys insulted the scene. You think Liberian people stupid? You think you can convince anybody? No. The people look at you as a clown when you're saying all that nonsense. Cummings is the one person who do not pay for people to go after him. If that is the case, forget it. Cummings was only going over there to register like any other candidate. But his partisan knew he was going there. You see how stupid you guys are. You guys are so damn stupid until you're confused. You get mud brains. You went to school as if you never entered classroom. You got degree as if you pay for it. Maybe you pay for it. The same man, Eugene Fagon, who said, and I quote, if anybody in a sound mind will support Mr. Barker, that means what? You got a brain tumor. But no, now he's suffering from Alzheimer's. He's suffering from Alzheimer's. Prince Johnson said, oh, the GOP, the Grandma and Nimba Kante will produce the next president. But Prince Johnson should be ready. Roland Duo coming for him. He knows who is Roland Duo. Only special forces can go against special forces. So Roland Duo coming for him will contest. So there are a lot of people. And look what they did. Steve Zago. Look, you people are dangerous. Steve Zago, by the time he went there to register, UP have already registered Kotuma. It's the same thing in Nima County. The same thing they did to Henry Costa. Wilmot Pay left. Henry Costa been singing that song since last year. By the time they brought in Jeremiah Kuhn, they went and put Wilmot Pay on the ballot to go against Henry Costa. You people are wicked. You people are very, very wicked. Henry Costa, I don't care whether he support me or not. I don't care who he support. Henry Costa is not taking one vote from CPP. One vote he's not taking from CPP. But Henry Costa have taken a lot of vote from you. You were in the same group. Henry Costa did everything. He spoiled friendship. He insulted people because of Mr. Barker. He did everything because of Mr. Barker. They went to court. It was the Mr. Barker who was behind it because he afraid of competition. He even had plan B just in case they stop him. He was still going to leave. You people are desperate for power and you will not get it. We always suffer. We would rather hold President Weah. Let me make you to understand. You go with President Weah, if we don't vote for you, you can't win. So be cautious. If we don't vote for you, Munel Kishen, I will campaign against you. I'm not the greatest, but I'm not the least. I will campaign and I will tell the people, and for every time I tell the people they know, even if we don't want George Weah, that you people should bring back to power. Even Edwin Snow will not want you back to power because Edwin Snow, listen, the Jeremiah Kuhn who you're carrying as VP, he already setting or 2029 with Edwin Snow. Long time he was settling for Edwin Snow. So the whole plan was to make George Weah the next president because they are afraid that if Alex is president, is 2029 is hard, and which is truth. If you want a good government to go, Alex Cummings is the way. Nothing they can say. Darius Dillon talk about he can deliver Monsterado. Dillon, you get too much draft. You 8 people pull wash your money. You making yourself rich overnight. You won because of CPP. The few Liberty Party partisan that will follow you, or the Unity Party, the few, because Unity Party, the same Unity Party partisan that voted against Unity Party will still vote against Unity Party. You people think we're stupid. You think we're stupid. You're sitting down now, you won't come back to loot by imagination. How you think Jeremiah? You think Jeremiah couldn't get money through his jobs, his businesses you're doing? No, he got more from the government. Oh, and President Weah gave Mr. Costa that President Weah was giving the $30 billion. How in the world President Weah will give Henry Costa $30 billion or give Henry Costa $30 billion to go with Mr. Bwaka so he will be defeated? Every Liberian has the right to run. My only problem with Henry Costa is that I told you, you must calm down. Your ego is too high. Whether you got a potential, whether people like you, you must humble yourself. You must know how to talk as a leader. Yes, as a leader, not as a ruler. You don't yell at people. That is why I be on Mr. Cummings. You make everybody important around you. You don't let them fear you. You don't let them fear you and succumb to you. No. You leader, you only a spokesman. The leader is always just the messenger because only one man can speak. So God is showing him something that he himself don't know. So Henry Costa, which are the school that you go to be a president or vice president? Unless you don't know about government. Unless you don't know the role of a government of the president. Most of you don't know the type of government we even got in Liberia. You don't know how powerful the president is. You don't even know. You don't know the president, the executive, the one that prepare the budget. The legislature can do a damn thing. All they do is to pass it. You don't even know. But you say you go to school, you get all the BB degree, fake ones. Some of the degrees say you get, you forget. You're feeling forgetting all the time you got a degree. So greedy belly swines, spineless people, shameless people. Like Jojo, Mr. Bwaka's son admitted, yes, we went to Ghana. You say you said a lie. Oh, that lie. Yes, they met an investor. Yes, they gave them an offer. But he didn't talk the other one because he can't put a pound on the boss. He can't push his father on the boss. He can never push his father on the boss. Yes, he admitted that Henry Costa was frustrated in 2 hours. Yes, he admitted that. So you won't tell me Henry Costa lied? The woman ain't take power yet. The people refused to give him the money because he refused to carry Henry Costa. He refused to carry Henry Costa. He trusted. He explained to him. He said, I will carry you. Yes. But because of the pressure from you guys. So all the time Henry Costa, who brought Mr. Bwaka to America? Who Mr. Bwaka was sitting with? Who spent more time with Mr. Bwaka? Henry Costa. Who spent more time with Mr. Bwaka? Henry Costa. Who was sitting right by Mr. Bwaka to the town hall in Philadelphia? Henry Costa. Who was walking near Mr. Bwaka? Who sat in the same car with Mr. Bwaka? Henry Costa. Who prepared the food? Who prepared the place where Mr. Bwaka to sleep? Henry Costa. Then why you want to talk? Who fought for you? Henry Costa. Who lied for you? Henry Costa. Because Henry Costa was embarrassed. That is why he said, okay, you don't need to carry me. You don't need to carry me. But they recommended somebody. You push the people under the bus. Then you expect them to come back. Like how Dillon received money and went back to you. So Henry Costa, no, Henry Costa cannot do it alone because he's from ALP. ALP was the one who made the decision. Costa never came out to endorse anybody. It's ALP. He stuck with his party. It's not like Senator Dillon who swore to God that he would not support Mr. Bwaka. The thing Mr. Bwaka did to them, that's it. Because they are spineless. They all about themselves. After Jeremiah Kun gave him the money, he was okay. He was okay. Then when he read it, he won't put himself. Mr. Cummings spend money on it. You won't compare yourself with Mr. Cummings because of politics. Mr. Dillon, you want to compare yourself with Alexander Cummings because you a politician? Oh, because you know how to lie. Where Mr. Cummings can go, you will not go there, Dillon. You can't go there. You can't go there, Dillon. When the people start talking about you, Dillon, nobody will invite you. You will stay with a few people that know you. You guys are terrible for Liberia. You don't give a damn about the citizens. You don't give a damn. You play on the minds of the people. You and Yombly. You and Yombly. You backstab your friend Henry Costa. But I'm happy God exposed you. You were sitting there. You wickedness, my man. Dillon, you are very wicked. Dillon, you are very, very, very wicked. Because of politics. Politics. You were the same one that's on newspaper. You criticize Mr. Bwaka. You. Whole day you're running around. You're asked Dillon what he and Rabbi Salif used to be together. Because according to Axel Johnson, when they came to the States, they were all in the same room. You're asking. You ever sat with Mr. Cummings and he behaved like gay to you? That you can sit down with all opening your mouth? Then when I talk, he say, hey, Lola, you drank the ANC alcohol. Yes, I drank your piss and all. This is just nonsense. You think you're entitled to Liberia? Who is Mr. Bwaka that Mr. Cummings should go away before he be president? Who is Mr. Bwaka? He entitled to it? Lofa Kante never benefited from him. 12 years. Dayolo won't say 42. 12 years he could not convince Mana Salif to fix it. You work with Mana Salif. She refused to support you. She was not looking for your protection. No one could just prosecute Madam Salif because you don't know your constitution. Your constitution of Liberia, since you say you know the law, your constitution of Liberia, Article 61, go and read it good over and over. You will understand what it means. Article 61 of the Liberian Constitution. No sitting former president, when you serve your term, you can never be prosecuted for anything, any decision that you made that was corrupt or whatsoever. Yes, you can be audited, but they can't jail you. You can. It protects you. Don't you know that the Chief Justice can never be prosecuted? You think the people are stupid? You think that only the president alone? The Chief Justice, any kind of decision they make, and they were wrong or yes, that's it. That's why when the president come up and say, I take full responsibility, it finished. That's why Madam Salif took responsibility of her son. If Madam Salif were going to come up and say, I take full responsibility of Brandon Samoka, that whole case over. So Madam Salif was not looking for protection from Mr. Bwaka, but Mr. Bwaka was just a hateful man. Mr. Bwaka was just somebody whom Madam Salif brought to light. And still, he had problem with her. He still called her Congo. Because if you can call Alex Cummings Congo, and then another guy came up and said, let Mr. Cummings tell us what the relationship between Madam Salif and him. That's a UP supporter talking. The same Mr. Bwaka who met Madam Salif just recently before he announced that they need support. And let me say this. Madam Salif, she's a Liberian or former president. She can support whoever she wants to support. It is all right. But she might not do it public because you know what? She got different assignment. It's not Mr. Bwaka who say, I want to die there. If I would die and president die, fine. I don't care what next. You hurt this man. You hurt this young man. Because of Mr. Bwaka, Henry Costa got into all this mess. I am not backing Henry Costa. But because of Mr. Bwaka, Henry Costa created enemies for himself because of Mr. Bwaka. Insulted people, lie. Y'all say the man sick, but y'all were fighting to remove medical clause in the document. Every candidate must test, must go for medical. Your produce your medical. Produce your medical. Let Mr. Cummings produce his medical. Let every candidate produce the medical. Even if you go into school, any can tell you to go for physical. Any can tell you to produce medical when you go into school. You're acting like you're entitled. That's why I talked to somebody today. I will not tell you who I spoke to. The guy said, Munia, you know, you just said something, you're right. You people been a damn thorn in our flesh. You people been too messed up for the last 7 years in the 12 years. You people did nothing for Liberia for the last 6 years. In Ellen Johnson's second time, they were the worst. They was stealing. CDC took it from you. CDC took the stealing from you. They didn't take it from nowhere. Now you vest now because they're stealing. So you won't come back to steal more because you vest that Jefferson Koji get plenty of money now. Market get plenty of money. We cannot remove President Weah because we hate him. No. We want a better country. That is why we're telling y'all. And just like you see I'm talking today, that I will be on the radio tomorrow. So you that on the internet, you watching me tomorrow morning, I will be there again. And now I will tell the people. So y'all go take your telephone and get ready to call. Y'all get ready to call. The Omen is corrupt. The Omen is dishonest. You can't treat someone like that. You fail your bargain. Then you say, oh, things that happen privately, Henry Costa should keep it. Oh, but when you are disgracing him, you pushing aside. Hey, man, the boy wanted to run as a senator. You put Wilmore P there. You took Alex style of corruption King Kong. You put him on the other side. You did it now to Zago, but a good for Zago, a good for Steve Zago, you go out independent because nobody want him in Lofa County already. Nobody wants him there. Then you got another guy in Nima County. He going independent. Just because the Omen said, I'd rather dance with the devil. We are Christians. We don't dance with the devil. And the devil is also in his election for him to win. He rather dance with the devil to win. Look at that. Or Deacon. He don't care. If Mr. Bwaka were president today, we'll be looking for Henry Costa body somewhere. Because they got in the place they are ready. They want to squeeze Henry Costa balls. By the time he's hanging somewhere. But you see, Henry Costa fear God. They say they got people who can do bad. You see President Weah? He has said fear God. He ain't organizing, but he still know what they call God. Because when God ready, look, witchcraft got a way they can stay long when God ready and disgrace them. That Henry Costa don't disgrace the Omen. Henry Costa disgrace the Omen. That is how feature the Omen said, I the ones you make. Do you know what Henry Costa said? That over his dead body, Henry and Mr. Cummings would never be a vice president of Mr. Bwaka because Mr. Bwaka told Henry Costa, you think I the one yet kind of make Congo man president? You call Mr. Cummings Congo. But when Mr. Cummings gave you the money to come to the States, you don't call him Congo. When Mr. Cummings gave you the money during the second round, you don't call him Congo. When Mr. Cummings gave you the money, when you had your so-called foundation that you don't do nothing in Liberia, you don't call him Congo. When Mr. Cummings used to send you to Atlanta, at that time he was in South Africa, you don't call him Congo. You went to CWA. He went to CWA. Your name is Joseph Newman Bwaka. Nobody stop you from going to CWA. Your UP people, we know you. All you will do, you will cost. You talking nonsense. You know what you're talking. But you can never tell us what Mr. Bwaka did. That is where we catch you. Tell me what Bwaka did for the last 12 years. I don't talk about 42 years. Let me put a comment section on so I can see some nonsense. Tell me what Bwaka did for the last 12 years as vice president. Tell me what he did. You were all on the place. You're cursing Henry Costa. You said a lie. But the boy just said it. He said, yes, we met an investor. Where? In Ghana. And you said, oh man, go there again. Yes, they gave an offer, but he didn't give the amount. That's true. So Henry Costa ain't lie. Who brought the investors? Henry Costa. You know the investors. Taylor, you they ain't kind of own you. They put you on a private jet. I know the day they come out with their own again, you won't get first. They put Mr. Baka on a private jet with Mr. Ure and Taylor. They flew straight to Nigeria. What you want to go do there? Looking for foreign money to bring in the country. Looking for business people to sponsor your election because you promised them thing. Prince Johnson University is on a contract right now, collateral by fraud. We know that. We know that very well. You ain't even take over yet. You already start banjoing our own things. The truth is that the investor, they know, they don't call the investors. Let Jojo tell the people, say he saw the investor. Let he tell the people which type of people that they put one man want to go see money. They want other concession, they want it. And the woman will give it to show that the woman is very tribalistic. The woman carry his son to that negotiation. The same thing that we talk about nepotism. The same thing. Now what he doing? He either carry Jacob Akoli or carry his son with him. He left all the other people behind and carry his son to that negotiation. The same when Mr. Cummings went to Ghana, everyone of them went to Ghana, he carried his son and the same sir with him, his very close relative. And Henry Costa called the name. We don't expect them to go against Mr. Bwaka. No. We don't expect them because every one of them, they would never go against Mr. Bwaka because Mr. Bwaka is the foundation. If he's president today, every one of them going to get a job. He will not hesitate. And you ain't see nothing, plenty of y'all. Look, it's just that Mr. Bwaka will not be president. But plenty of y'all will be disappointed. Plenty of y'all will be disappointed. He will kick you to the curve. And he refused. You ain't signed one contract. You're all of you're a bunch of parasites to UP. You're a bunch of fools, political yellow belly swines that you're the one running because you can't stand on your own. What you believe in? What is your belief, Tyler? What you believe in? Corruption? Darius Dillon, what you believe in? Because most of you don't believe in nothing. You want rile on other people. We want rile on Comiso. That's why we're taking the risk. We want rile on him. Because if we want to rile on somebody, we'll be around the St. George we are. We don't want to rile on nobody. If I were looking for somebody to rile on, I would be rile on President Weah. But we're not looking for people to rile on. That's why we went to the police. And if Mr. Cummings is not going to be in the race, I'm going to support Tiawan Gonglo again. Because I want good for Liberia. Yes. Because for Mr. Tiawan Gonglo, I'm not saying he ain't got the skills compared to Mr. Cummings. So I can tell anybody for sure. Whether he's a lawyer or whether he's a poor man lawyer, he still need, if you want to be president, Mr. Cummings have changed the way politics operate in Liberia. That because of Mr. Cummings today, we never get 22 party just now. Because Mr. Cummings show you, Mr. Cummings started right after the election that they want to scare all of you. That they want to scare people that they can't come back. Medela Cooper won't run for president. Where? If Mr. Cummings are going to just disappear and come back to this time, you are coming to see another 20 candidates. But the work that Mr. Cummings have done, they are afraid of him so much. But let me tell you, deep down in the heart of Tiawan Gonglo, he's not afraid of Mr. Cummings. He will rather Mr. Cummings if he don't make it. In the heart of Sarah Benslow, if she don't make it, she will prefer Mr. Cummings. They go in the second round. Mr. Moniba, he will support Mr. Cummings. He will not support the UP, that particular corrupt government. You say you bring a Molu, oh, for fundraiser. Molu is this. You ask how many person in that Mr. Bwaka group that they should prosecute them and they fire him. And they fire him. Where's Molu? Where can't they hear from? Tribalistic old man. He's a tribalistic old man. You hide that ball. You're wrong, Henry Costa. I'm not here to praise him. God teaching him lesson. He will learn from this one. A good for him. A good for Henry Costa. He will learn from it. Because When we said it before, they think you do when the you people get ready for you. Costa went after Madam Seli for 12 years. 12 years, Mr. Bwaka ain't open him off. Mr. Bwaka never opened him off one day to say, Costa, take it easy. Mr. Bwaka disgraced George Lobo for Henry Costa business and for Stanton Witherspoon. Yes. Because Mr. Bwaka want to win. He think about disgracing other people. We need your physical report. We need your medical report, Mr. Bwaka. If you love Liberia, if you think you're healthy, show us. And Ellis Cummings, we need it from you. I already text Mr. Cummings. If they don't publish your own, they don't publish it, you publish your own. Publish it so they will know. Mr. Gonglo, publish your medical report record. Publish it. We say you must tell them how to see if you're okay. Because a taxpayer money, you come and start using. You don't know that this old man, if this old man cannot tell us what was some of the good and bad things that Ellen Johnson did, this man not fit to be president. Let me tell you the real truth. Or leader who was in a government, or the second man, cannot tell us what was some of the good things that UP did and the bad that they did, and we're going to fix it. You can't tell us. You refuse. You suspend. You expel Ellen Johnson from the party. You expel Wilmot Pay. You brought him back. Hey, my people, you think you treat Henry Costa right? Everything that came from Henry Costa's mouth was truth. You cannot fight the lion when your hand is in the lion mouth. To you, Henry Costa finished. He can't do nothing. Henry Costa will disgrace you. The only people that we talk, every station I listen to, that Kissy man, I got no problem with Kissy, but not all the Kissy people supporting you anyway. But everybody, you don't know the man. The pape that good man, the pape been coming for 12 years and 42 years. The old man get only one house. Oh yeah, one house. Yeah, red one house. What you believe in as a Liberian? What you believe in? Our people. Hear what you are saying. I will say tomorrow. Don't feel sorry for me. You're not feeding me. I'm not feeding you. My eyeball open, than not your eyeball. My mouth talking, than not your mouth. You know what I mean? Go and give me English. So you just wait and you just watch me. My eye open, your eye open. We're looking at each other. But we love our country. I know you love Liberia. I love Liberia too. But I don't know how you love Liberia. I know how I love my country. I don't put myself over my country. My country is bigger than me. It's bigger than you. You're not the only person. You're not the only citizen of Liberia. Who is Mr. Bwaka that he should make Mr. Cummings president? Nonsense. He don't want Ellen Johnson president. Ellen Johnson, when I brought him, he applied for the job. No. Oh, Mr. Cummings, one of food today came on SKTV. I was trying to find his name. Mr. Cummings, his political career done. He looked for it for himself. He was just able to join the old man and follow. To hell with y'all. To hell with y'all. With the 4-letter. With the 4-letter war. That Mr. Cummings must go to Bwaka before he will ever be president. Joshua went to Bwaka. What Mr. Bwaka ever run for before? His first time to contest, that was 2017. They never voted for him. They voted for Ellen, and Ellen carried him. Indirectly, the vice president, let me tell you something. Some of y'all don't know. I will say something here, it will make all of y'all act stupid. The vice president worked to the will and pleasure of the president. Oh, my men are stupid that you say no. When the president ran, the vice president can't open him off. The vice president cannot travel out of the country without the consent of the president. Or legislature can leave the country and only talk to the speaker. He don't have to tell the president. The vice president, the legislator can travel. The vice president cannot leave from the city and go in the county without the consent of the president. The president can lobby with his party to remove the vice president. That is why I would tell you that the president want to select the vice president. The Constitution gave the president, the standard bearer, the right, and the election laws or whatsoever, for the standard bearer to bring who he comfortable with. So by right, you work to the will and pleasure. The only thing the president can fire you, like how he will fire a minister. You know what I'm saying? But the president can remove you. The president can stop you in the second term and say, I'm not carrying him. If you won't challenge the president, hey, you can go ahead. So Madam Sirleaf brought in Mr. Boakai. Mr. Boakai never run for office before. Mr. Boakai worked with LPMC during the Tobo administration. He was in charge of Lofa County. By then, LPMC was a joint venture. Some of y'all don't know. When Doe took over, he became LPMC boss. They took him from there when they started Green Revolution. They carry him to agriculture ministry. They fire him. They brought Blossom Twe. They fire him. He was fired not because he was not NDPL. He was fired for misappropriation, for the same thing he was doing. Took the machine and gave it to one group of people, and they fired him. And that the same thing he did as VP. How can you serve your boss for 12 years and your boss say, I can't vouch for him? Then your last say, oh, Mr. Boakai say, I can't support Ellie, I can't support you. I get nothing to do with that. So if I'm president, where you have to be prosecuted, that lie. Big black lie. Yeah, the tape going all around here, Madam Sirleaf supported you. Madam Sirleaf on record saying that Mr. Boakai is prepared because I'm a vice president. But you blunder, you couldn't convince the Liberian people. If you're a good person, God first. Madam Sirleaf had everything under her belt to make you president. To make you, but because they were so close, they God was serving God, and I know stupid God, God's sensible. Y'all can jump all over the place. Y'all can jump. The thing you're not do to Henry Costa. Right now, Henry Costa praying. I pray that he do nothing to himself. You know, one thing I know, Henry Costa, he's strong. Henry Costa strong. I'm not here to praise him. I will say, but that God, the same man you use to cause Mr. Cummings, that the same man God used to destroy you. It will stay on your legacy that you try to take money from investor to run. You try to take the money, people turn you down. The people turn you down. They turn you down, yeah? They turn you down. Darius Dillon. Yombly will deliver Bassa. I will deliver Monserrato. You brave. You are very, very brave, Dillon. Your few hand supporter you got for because of us, we made you popular. You ran. First, you get less than 200 votes in the whole county. You came in, you succumbed, you bow down to Mr. Boakai. The ability carry you there. You bow down to Mr. Ability because you wanted, you saw the vulnerability. You said, the CPP. By the time you won that election, that when you knew that you had balls, and you backstab your friend Henry Costa. And not lie. You said that if Henry Costa were ever going to go as VP, you would not support Mr. Boakai. You would not. And we all know if that money was going to come and Henry Costa go as VP, you were going to support him. You were going to support him. Henry Costa might be corrupt. Henry Costa might be the way you want to call him. But Henry Costa fear God. Henry Costa fear God. Henry Costa might be arrogant, but something into Henry Costa. That's what made Henry Costa 10 times better than you, Dillon and Yombly. Because you people are cowards. You only in it for yourself. Because you got, anyway, you got no party. I understand, you got no party. because you can't stand Belete, because Belete sweat into you. Belete gave you money. He gave Yombly money. Mr. Cummings gave you enough. Mr. Cummings gave Yombly money. All the way she stole from the people of Grand Bassa County. Bunch of criminals. We know that President Weah is a bad government. We know that President Weah government is corrupt. We know that the government is corrupt. But you guys are coming in by the imagination to steal. You're no better. You're not telling us what you will do. You tell us what you guys going to do. You're not telling us. You will listen to the whole campaign trail. You won't tell us nothing in Magibi. You won't tell us anything in Bonkante. You won't tell us nothing in Nimba. All we hear, Mr. Weah got to go. Mr. Weah got to go. Mr. Weah got to, for what? What you got to offer? You ain't got nothing to offer. You ain't got nothing to offer us, Liberian people. We shouldn't create our own problem. In life, if you're comfortable with something, keep it. As much as I want for Mr. Cummings to win, and I believe that we will win, he will win. It must be for something good. When Mr. Cummings win this election, even seditions will be happy for Mr. Cummings than even UP. UP ain't good for Liberia. They ain't good. They ain't good. Look at the people, Prince Johnson, the killer. Look at Prince Johnson. Look at Prince Johnson. Okay, let me look at the comments now and see some of the insults. Because if you JB supporter, tell me something about JB. If you Joseph Boakai supporter, tell me what you think Boakai have done in the last 12 years that we should make him president. Don't tell me say he served 42 years. He ain't got nothing to do with that. If that's the case, plenty of people, then Tipo Test supposed to be there. Plenty of people in government right now who been there for 28 years, then we should bring them and make them president, yeah? But there is nothing say that you should work in government to run for president. No, we're looking for manager. Mr. Boakai is not a manager. If Mr. Boakai was a good manager, he would not go take loan to feed himself instead of doing business. People, even in the great United States, you take loan. Maybe you want to buy a car. Maybe you want to get a house. Maybe you want to do something. It's not for you to eat. Nobody take loan because they want to eat. Mr. Boakai said he take loan to sustain himself, not to create job. Mr. Boakai have never created a job in his life. Mr. Boakai never did any business. But y'all say you want to hold Mr. Cummings to that extent, y'all, that hard thing. Why Mr. Cummings get money? He was supposed to bring company. Mr. Boakai got one contact. Oh man, the show will be sweet tomorrow. Let me write it down, sir. The show will be sweet tomorrow. Why Mr. Cummings got money? Why he can't bring companies to Liberia? Mr. Boakai ever brought one company to Liberia? Why Mr. Cummings can't bring companies to Liberia? So he ain't forced to be president. And then he need to bring, if you can do more for your people, let Mr. Cummings bring company. Mr. Boakai ever brought one Kobo shop in Liberia before you won't be president? Oh, and when Mr. Boakai went to school, he went abroad, he came back, he lived in Liberia through or who stopped him? Mr. Boakai lived in Liberia through all the war he was in Liberia. He was not in Ghana. He was not in different places and came with interim government. Because Mr. Boakai used the system. He used the system. Nobody stopped him And you in America, you making a stupid statement. Since you left from Liberia, you don't go home yet. But you sitting down here and telling the people what to do. You don't even go there yet. You running your mouth. Me, I'm a voter. I'll be in Liberia soon again. "12 years. You couldn't force with Ellen to fix the Lofa Road. 12 years. Today, Mr. Boakai can't go to Lofa straight. He got to go through Sierra Leone. Either if he go, he will come through Sierra Leone. Then Mr. Cummings went to Maryland and Grand G and River G. Mr. Cummings went through Ivory Coast. Oh, look at him. He went like Cummings ought to face the road to go Maryland because you're stupid people there. That Cummings supposed to fix the road to go Maryland on social media. I will not talk like this on radio, but rather on social media. That Cummings supposed to face the road from Monrovia to go Maryland. But at least Mr. Cummings went there. The woman went for 3 days. He in Nimakanda. He gave it. He's sick. He came home. They lie. They say ECOWAS and chairman wants to lie. The ECOWAS chairman, he will meet with President Weah. He will meet with the election commission. He will meet with ambassadors. He's not meeting no political leaders, no standard bearer. He's not meeting with no standard bearer. In their own chat room, they say, oh, the papi not feeling too well. The scene where hospitals say they were hiding the medical thing. The papi sort of take bypass surgery. They're supposed to take his care because of President Biden. Man say he can't go to the hospital. They will kill him in America. Who looking for you? Who looking for you? COP expel Heron Costa. A good for him again. COP expel Heron Costa. A good. So it was a coup d'etat. The chairman of COP was overthrown by UP members who are in the COP. Heron Costa was chairman of the COP, and he did everything to push out the other parties' members. So it was the ALP member and the COP Unity Party members. And a good for you. Emmanuel Jethro Kroman and Colette, a good for you. Every day you honor my post. You call Mr. Cummings all kinds of names. Mr. Boakai push you on the boss. You will learn. You're supposed to be running in District 1. I only tell you, I mean a vessel, but I only telling you that I used to tell you, my brother, take it easy. We know that it was wrong. We know everything was a setup. We knew. Emmanuel, if you listen to me, I want you to be honest. How many times I told you, you call me names. You said all kinds of things. I said, my boy, you young. You can do your own thing. Don't get involved like this. Now you guys are so embarrassed because you're calling Mr. Cummings all kinds of names. So embarrassed. Emmanuel Jethro Kroman, Secretary General of ALP. And your Liberian people, y'all don't believe nothing. You'll never believe anything because you're rushed to talk. You're rushed to talk. I am not in sympathy with Heron Costa, and I don't think Heron Costa want anybody to be in sympathy with him. Heron Costa said it when he was speaking. He said, even when Mr. Ure made the statement, it was not a good statement, but they stood by it. It's politics because of Mr. Boakai. Mr. Boakai showed an innocent part of him as if Ellen was the worst person. Ellen hated him. So Mr. Ure then was standing by him and said, we'll make the man president. He's an older man. Respect him. But he showed the respect back to Ure. No. Ure might have all his ways in him. Taylor Ure, whether she criticized Mr. Cummings or not, but Taylor Ure was the campaign, it was the tag team chair They spend their personal money on Mr. Ure, on Mr. Bwaka. You people, you ain't spend 1 cent. You're talking about Molu. We had a fundraiser where, oh, Molu get some business people he want to tell them to bring. Election Commission, open your eyes. Open your eyes. Foreign money. We cannot allow foreign money into our country, into election. So Molu will go and look for what we expect Molu to support. Who? He will go look for the money. He will help out. He's a chief of fundraiser. You're not even seen. What a contact you got. You ain't the only get one contact. You're still playing Paula White fake move and video. You don't know that Paula White, she's a fake pastor. You don't know that Paula White is so corrupt in America. You don't know that. Paula White. The Lord spoke to me that Joseph Bwaka will be blah, 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 blah. In your dreams. In your dream. Plenty will be disappointed. Plenty of you. Plenty of you. Oh, you might not vote for Mr. Cummings because I'm talking. Yeah, don't vote. Don't vote because I'm talking. Cummings get better plans, better ideas. He's a manager. That's what we're looking for. Charlene is just a lawyer. We instill law and order in our damn country. Thank you, brother. Thank you. Yes, he's a tribalistic old man. Now Henry Kosa can go play his tape. Okay, Samuel, let me make you to understand because maybe you don't know. Yes, this election, Mr. Cummings is a threat to UP. Mr. Bwaka is a threat to CPP. You don't know that. You get President Weah. CDC is the ruling party. You and myself, we're not in the same party. UP is different from CPP. We're not in the same party. That's a competition. Mr. Gonglo, to get over everybody, he must defeat all the other people to get to George Weah. For us to get to George Weah, we must defeat UP. You don't know that? Some of y'all get sense. We're not in the same party. We're not part of the same group. If Mr. Cummings or CP is not in the race, so they will be happy. While some of y'all say Mr. Cummings should go, but Mr. Bwaka never asked. That's why Henry Kosa say to man, oh man, dear about it because Mr. Bwaka told him. Why you hard to learn? Mr. Weah, we know his own problem already. The entire country know that Mr. Weah must go. But the question here, go for whom? Who should remove him? And for what reason we should remove him? In the second round, I'm forced to vote for you. I'm forced to vote for President Weah. In the second round, if I'm not in the second round, it is my right to stay, not to vote or to vote. The same way you. In the second round, you can make that decision. Because the last time, remember, I never heard Mr. Bwaka saying that he will vote for Mr. Cummings if Mr. Cummings meet Mr. Weah. But Mr. Cummings on record to say I will vote for Mr. Bwaka against Mr. Weah if. You see that? So don't call sedition. I know you're UP man. You call sedition at your business. At your business. You and myself, we are not in the same party. We are oppositions. You myself looking for the same job. You and I, CPP and UP, they want to take Weah out. So if we remove Weah, I'm gonna stand behind you, then you take over. You order your brain. Y'all keep talking it. And you're going all in the communities and telling people Mr. Cummings that gay. They're the only thing you get to say, Mr. Cummings that gay, Mr. Cummings that this, Mr. Cummings that that. Shameless people. Yeah, shameless people. Let me play the other dog. There's a guy, I will call him dog all the time. He's a dog. He's a dog. He vomit and lick it. They call him Obe. He's a dog. He's a gbe. The more than two that gbe. Sulu kele, Sulu yen. Let me play his song.
I was so shit in the crowd looking around the place, so crowded, foreign guests all over the place. And that gay thing, I invented it and I stuck it on Ellis Kume, and it stuck. And that gay thing, I invented it and I stuck it on Ellis Kume, and it stuck. It stuck. Today, that gay thing still on Ellis Kume. It was something I invented. It was something I invented. It was something I invented. And the way I did it, I called somebody from Atlanta where he was living. So I created a story and I called the person and I attached the person name to it. The person is a big librarian guy too. You say, yeah, my man, will tell you the truth. So I created a story.
Okay. You know what I played that for? This don't move us. You can tell me, say, Mr. Cummings that gay. It don't move us. Some other they don't call gay before. It's just that the way we can react, some of us. You can't call me gay again. But guess what? We'll be in Liberia. I got projector in Liberia. I got my small generator in Liberia. When we go in the community, we'll play for the people to see it. We'll play for your bitches, for your stupid and brainless UPNs to see it. We ain't get nothing because you can't even challenge Mr. Cummings. You're supposed to be crying for debate. 2017, you were crying for debate. Why you can't cry for debate now? That you're the one, you're in CDC running all over the place. You get Daros, they don't run near you, who are running around with Robert Salif. I'm not saying he gave you. You need to ask him a question. You were all in UP when Robert Salif were going through your like the breeze. But are the men who married for 42 years, work hard. If you want to know he gay, carry your ASS to him, let him pump it. Then you come back and tell me, say the men are gay. Or carry your girlfriend there or your wife to him and try him. Or go there and try him. That's how you know if somebody gay. If Mr. Cummings was gay, I would never going to support Mr. Cummings. I ain't got a problem with gay, but that shit can work in my surrounding. If I see you, hello, and that's it. But it's a right to live. It is a right to go do what you want to do. But I pray to God. I pray to God. We live in America. Sometimes I could come to my family because we get American children. If you can't, would I throw them away? That's another question for another day. Another answer. But in Liberia, we're not ready for it. So even if you get a gay child, you know you want for your child to go to Liberia because you know what's going to happen in Liberia with the children. Unless your child will get plenty of money and be walking around and nobody can touch them, they will be in the car whole day. Because you get your child in Liberia, you don't get money, then your child are gay, then your child go to Liberia, go walk on Broad Street, and you know what happened. Too small for that. What good it do for you to call Mr. Cummings gay? Let me ask you, what good is do? This man have answered the question over and over. The man of Christian. Mr. Cummings is more believer than you. If you ask Mr. Cummings today, how you manage, he say grace. The grace of God. The power of God. Mr. Cummings can fast. That is why Mr. Cummings told the people in the church, he said, you pray for Liberia. You pray for Liberia. That's all I'm telling you. I don't pray to be president. I do not pray that President Weah and the other people going to Israel to pray for president business. It's just a symbolic place. It's a tourism place. But the worshiping a stone. Jefferson Koji took a whole body and put it in there. If God were in there, you're going to stay right there. He bathed the man bathed. He went in the river Jordan. So the fish that were around there, they died straight. You think when you go bathe in Israel, that mean you clean? That mean you free now, you go to heaven? Then you go to heaven? Why you make mockery of yourself? Spend all that money. They say, oh, Israeli government promised us again. They say Israeli government promised everything I promised now. Every time the president travel and come out, I promised. The Israeli government promised Liberia again for agriculture. Yeah. We get less than 90 days to election. If you're sitting on the fence, it's up to you. I'm not here to convince people from UP or Boaka. It's up to you. I'm convincing independent. And the independent person you're talking to who want change, they don't want you. They don't want Mr. Mr. Boaka, neither and whatsoever. But you were parading the entire country and make it look as if that because of Mr. Cummings, that's why the CPP who no. We had a secret betrayal. We had somebody who nobody were expecting that he was the one doing it. But we said it, but they didn't believe it. Who had plan B, telling Ure to organize another coalition just in case if Madam Celis tried to do something, he would leave. And I knew that Mr. Boaka was going to leave. I knew it long time. And that rocket science, my people. But one thing I say, some of y'all, that's it. But I will be honest with you. And I will be real to myself. Enough for you. This is my voting card. You got yours. This will go for Alex Cummings. If we don't win it, I will decide who to give it to. But it will never ever go in the box of the Unity Party. And if the Unity Party is in charge, you cannot stop me from coming to Liberia. If you stop me from coming to Liberia, it's up to you. Because I know most of y'all want to revenge. Most of you're praying that if we win, Henry Costa finish. If we win, that red face that talking over there, when he come to the country, he will see what we do to him. You waste your time. You waste your time. Unless our knees not on the ground. Unless our knees not on the ground for Liberia. Unless we don't pray for Liberia, don't pray to lead. Unless we never pray for that country. You're the one continue to pray to be in charge. You pray, oh, let this and that. For me, I pray for Mr. Cummings for God to give him more wisdom. For God to give him the ability to lead if he's in charge. And Mr. Cummings will win this election. And you'll be careful that first round again. You'll be jumping all over the place. You'll carry your own vote with you. And you got 400,000. When you're going, you sat in Bon County for some time. Then you brought a vote to be there. But all who met in there. Criminal Stanton, the man who stole, I will tell the people in Liberia again, $114 million. Mr. Boaka refused to go to the hospital in Minnesota because they said they have a lot of nurses there who graduated from the Stanton School of Nursing. So Mr. Boaka said, I can't go there. He the one say, Mr. Cummings, the bus driver went around. You won't go, Mr. Cummings going to... Look at this stupid. You're so damn stupid. Damn it, Piggy, you stupid, oh. They jail you go into it confusing you. Yeah. Then you get Eugene Fagon, who work in government, who join all the political parties. I tell you. Then you get Fatiga, who are 40 running behind Mr. Cummings because they didn't give him what he wanted. He jumped out to Mr. Boaka. By the time he went on spoon, he got a small chopping. He jumped behind Mr. Boaka. The same man who said Mr. Boaka now a leader. Fatiga, you remember in Minnesota? We met in Minnesota. The people had a program there. You came all the way there to support Mr. Cummings and this and that. But you see, you're not voting. So you can talk. I would say we can talk. Me, I'm on radio. My radio station bigger than Spoon. Oh, yeah. True FM is bigger than Spoon. True FM. The range is bigger than Spoon. So Spoon got 3 radio stations in a same environment. My own 3 days a week. And I was only going 5 days a week. We talk to our people. Let me tell you something. This election, you know, I love Liberian people for they're easy to talk to. One boy came to me. He said he supported your sedition, but he's not supporting CDC again. He's supporting UP. I waited for he talk. Then he said, although it's the same recycling people, but I can't go back to CDC. So I said, let me ask you, even if CDC bad, that UP won't bring back. That the only thing I will walk off, they begin came to me. When you start talking, they begin a big coming supporter today. That they want you in 1 year. That all we do is ask them, even if we don't want George, we are that only 2 parties in the country. And I'm praising Costa. Costa deserves what he got. We said it. And Costa will not even get vexed with me said when I said it. He will not get vexed. He knows that what he did was wrong. He will build it up. You can't give up. And nobody should say Henry Costa is finished. No, I will not. I would disagree with that. Don't tell me that Henry Costa is finished. The only thing God showing Henry Costa a lesson that he's still not getting. As a leader, you must humble yourself. You can't make yourself. Henry Costa, he's a friendly guy. Henry Costa, he's a guy who is like, you want his friendship. Look, all my friends then know, maybe if you call me, I don't pick up and whatsoever, I will call you back, we talk. I can go the extra. Henry Costa then think they're so big that they can't go anywhere. Somebody want to do something to you. No. I go to places where people don't like me. And by the time they get to see me, they say, ah, but Mune, you know, I thought you one of the guys who can do. No. I don't do that. I'm a leader myself in my community. I clean up. I do this. Let me tell you how you see humble leaders. Mr. Cummings, do not allow people to serve him. He don't. From day one, not because he's running for president. No. Anybody who get to know Mr. Cummings, even before he ran for president, Mr. Cummings go to a program. If that buffet, he go on the buffet line and serve himself. People who get to know Mr. Cummings long time, people who drove for him, his cook, he never yell at them. He never make them feel different. His wife don't do the same thing. When you stay around these people, then you will get to know. I saw Henry Costa to his birthday party. His 38th birthday party. They were serving him. He was the big shot. He brought his friends. My wife celebrated my 50th birthday. I invited people. I sat to the table, they talked from there. I said, listen, I start going around helping. I see some people that are star. Oh, Mr. President. I said, no, I will serve myself too. And I also saw Henry Costa picking up one of the case of beer. Everybody did it for him free. People watch these things. It's not a blessing. What are they doing it for you? It ain't not a blessing. No. I go to places, to be frank, I will tell the real truth. As far as I'm concerned, I'm not popular. But I don't know until when I go to places that when people can say, oh, man, I say, wow. There was a guy who was forcing to offer me. I said, my man, no, man. He said, no, General, I got to offer you. No, General. No. I said, no, my man. He said, my man, you know it. You know who you are, celebrity. I said, no. I said, well, let's go. We talk. Oh, let me take a picture with you. Let me take a picture with you. I said, but yeah, my friend, he said, oh, my man, can me take a picture with the General? I said, no, my mama said, I can take a picture with you too. I can take a picture with you. He said, I don't want. He said, I said, no, I'm taking picture with you. So I took the thing. We use a selfie, pop now, use a phone. But that it is. People prophesy. I told Costa one time, I said, Costa, do you know why you lost the election in District 6? God tried to show you something. You are a good advocate. You speak with your mind, whether you like it or not. You say the truth, but you bad in politics because sometimes you don't listen to yourself. Costa admitted he was so anxious to go after President Weah until sedition was giving Costa wrong information when Mr. Brackett, when Mr. Weah traveled. They will call Costa and say, oh, the man going out there, but the people say he's not supposed to be there. Any president, if you go into any gathering where they get all the president, you take picture. So if a pastor telling Costa say you will be president tomorrow, and somebody came to him and gave him an offer, they never guarantee him that he will win, but they were betting, they were taking a risk. And what he said, I can't run against Mr. Bwaka. I can't run against Mr. Bwaka. I think I can get him on the Bwaka. Do you know what happened right there? It was not Henry Costa. It was not the devil. That God was showing him something. Says, son, I'm ready for you yet. It is not your time. You still got work to do. You still have serious work to do. Then they took Mr. Bwaka there. Instead of Mr. Bwaka taking the money and guarantee the people, because Costa told him, okay, Mr. Bwaka, you don't need to carry me as vice president. I agree. But let my party get something, but please don't carry Jeremiah Cone. And I believe it that Mr. Bwaka said it, that he would not bring Prince Johnson around. And today, you know that the American ambassador make a statement. It's so shameful and disgraceful that the people of Liberia, citizens have been indicted. They're allowing them to register to contest. They're talking to George Weah and they're talking to Joseph Newman Bwaka. The two people they're talking to. They're talking to George Weah and they're talking to Bwaka. So you see them. So this is some of the things we're talking about. History will judge every one of us tomorrow. History will judge us. Costa, you can bounce back. You can do whatever you want to do, but you must humble yourself, my brother. I'm not saying you're disrespectful. You never disrespect me. But let me tell you some of the disrespect that sometimes you give. Even your gun press statement. Answer the question. You the one gave the press conference. You the one. When Mr. Cummings came here, I know sometimes he can be tired. After he spoke, I said, Mr. Cummings, you're going to answer a question. One of the boss said, okay, I said, no. No full question here. When they want to talk, it finished. But we're not going to limit the people on question. We went on the football field. We say that anybody asks question. That nonsense there that people say, okay, we're going to take 4 questions. That nonsense not working. If I ever be with the president and you say press conference, that nonsense, it get to my nerves. I can't stand it. You're a public figure. Let the journalists ask questions. When the time over is over, the only thing you do, you put time to your program. You're having a press conference. This press conference lasts for 1 hour because the president gets something to do. Or 2 hours. This president got something to do. Or 1 hour, 30 minutes, the president will just speak, give 5 minutes something, and you'll ask the question. When the time finish, it finish. Why we should vote for a president, or you want me to vote for you, then you telling me you only want to limit 4 questions because you don't want to ask the president or the candidate any kind of question to embarrass them. That's pure nonsense and that bullshit. That's bullshit. And Mr. Cummings can take as many questions. Mr. Boaka can't take no question. Mr. Boaka refused to go for an interview. He's not saying nothing because they don't want him to say anything. They don't want him to say nothing, my Liberian people. Then what's the difference between he and Mr. Weah? What is the difference? Why y'all be insulting President Weah? Say he didn't want to answer a question. He didn't want to talk to the press. We the ones to talk it because Mr. Cummings can talk to the press. We the people in CPP supposed to tell Mr. Weah, say, look at you can't go to the press and tell you Boaka too. But you're supporting Mr. Boaka, you're talking about President Weah can't have press conference. And Mr. Boaka can have press conference too. He can't answer question because you don't want to ask him. Whole day you're running. The other one came on my post. Yes, Henry Custer has stayed waiting for Mr. Cummings that gay. Now I say, yeah, who are you? Une gay, no gay. That thing can move me. Oh. You can kind of say, Mr. You are a coward. You can't say it publicly. You can't say it publicly. All of y'all going from door to door talking to people, your lie will be on you too. We'll tell the people about y'all. We'll tell the people how y'all get gay in your group. The same people, somebody came up again and said Darius Dillon and Rawat said he was laughing. That's what they say. Is that something that's not worry about? The CDC government get plenty gay and lesbian and walking. You not see them? Eh? In the same UP, you're getting plenty there. You ain't see them? Eh? If you don't stop, we can win election with all you. Let me tell you, maybe you ain't believe it yet. Mr. Cummings stand a better chance against President Weah, whether you UP worker supporter participate or not. Jeremiah Kuhn will not vote for Mr. Cummings. Jeremiah Kuhn, and he's a sedition. Yes, he is. Okay, 8 o'clock tonight, in the morning, 8 o'clock in the morning, we'll be on radio. I feel making my notes. I'm okay, Rev sir. I'm okay. Hendrik, how are you? Oh yeah, God beating them, man. Oh yes, they're saying the same thing. They said, and there's no, if you don't see ANC on the ballot, don't vote, and all kinds of things. Mr. Cummings is not on it. There's no, and, they're good allies. They and CDC, they do the same thing. Thank you. He said, you're hurting your head because that JMB we won. Here instead of you say that JMB you won, you say that JMB we won. You put us together. And hear me here, I don't want JMB. Then you say that JMB we won. I can't be stupid to say that Mr. Cummings we won. That Mr. Cummings I won. So you wasting your time. How you say it? Anything you say, we. Who we? Who you speaking for here? Who is you? Who you speaking for? Damn, your UP people. Yeah, let me see another shady put again. Let there again. They say we break away from CDC. That's your business. Look at you don't get shit to say. We break away from CDC. That JMB we won. Look at your name. I know sure where you from. I know where you from. Look at oh that today you know Costa. Now you're the one worry. Now you're the one worry about Costa, not us. Thank you, bro. You know that. That you're the one worry about Costa. Now Costa put your butt us. You think I live in Atlanta? You stupid like the man you're supporting. Stupid that you're candidate. You're criminal candidate. Yeah, I'm stupid that he candidate. I know 7%, dummy. I say, you see, that how we know them. Because I bet you can't even give me one tangibles. You think I don't know that Mr. Cummings has 7%? That what make me stronger than you. That what made me stronger than you. Because my 7% is in my mind. It gave me the ability to work. You the one thing that you still got vote sitting somewhere. But you don't want to worry about 7%. You alone. You see the time you spending? Nothing you say about about Mr. Boaka. Nothing. Look at we the people in Liberia, you stupid. I Jeff from like, yeah, show you my voting card. Let me deal with you. I will not even call your name, but you stupid like the person you supporting. Look at the idiot. You know I love Facebook. I can see it here on radio. Look at the idiot. At your face here. At your face here. You stupid like goat. Is this your face? Stupid like goat. I put in all your posts there. Also the post here. I say, I look at your name. I know where you from. So get the fuck off. Just listen to me. Follow me. And listen to the conversation. Dumb. Look at the same division you Cummings people want to bring to Liberia, but it will not work. We will reject Ellen fourth term. You stupid. You can't even run on Ellen platform. The first thing that Ellen fourth term, eh? Damn it. Yeah, the ball are dumb. So if look at this, yeah, or Joseph Boakai supporter saying that they will reject Ellen fourth time. So the two term that Ellen went and the George Weah term at 3. If somebody take George Weah, then at 4. But if Mr. Boakai take George Weah from there, they're not Ellen term. They're not UP. They're UPA. You know, social media, you can say what you want to say. The way I'm talking, I can say on radio like that. You know what I'm saying? So, but I was just trying to tell you that you not you. I thought you were smarter than that. But I just put all your posts up so you will see how dumb your posts are. All the posts you put up today, I give it to you. You put more posts up, but all your posts are shit posts because you don't say nothing about Mr. Boakai. You shame to even defend Mr. Boakai. You also to tell me, say, listen, Mr. Boakai did one thing that I'm putting for him for, but the next you say Mr. Boakai still on government. But anyway, that's good for you. So you the man of the day for posting. Yeah. All right. Okay, guys. Have a good day. God bless you. I love you all. And let me give you a speech here, but I'll show you here. It took you here clearly. And let me play one music first before I go to what is song, the song, the song, the song, the song, the song, the song. What is song? Well, let me play something for Henry Costa here again.
Yeah, sometimes, hey man, get to all. Yeah, get to all. Get to all. Walker, get to all. Get to all. To all. Walker, get to all. Get to all. To all. Walker, get to all. Get to all. Get to all. Walker, get to all. Get to all. To all. Walker, get to all. Get to all. To all. Walker, get to all. Get to all.
President Weah is the most corrupt president in our history. President Weah left Liberia for 45 days, $2,000 a day times 45, while our people are suffering. He and his minister.
How much money did you send to me to campaign for you and fight for you? How many times did you call me? Did you even call me to say, dog, thank you are fighting for me? You think we stupid here? Joshua, you think we stupid here? Eugene Nangbe, who say he used to do your homework? Who say you were dull? Who left you behind and joined the ruling party? He served as Secretary General for the ruling party. Now, was I not your lead propagandist against him around Morovia, Bomi, and other areas? You think we stupid here? You
regret not having Mr. Cummings attend the program today. I apologize for that. Well, let me say this from what I know. The document that was signed on May 19, 2020, the document that was given by the lawyers and the one that was presented to the NEC.
President Weah was elected on a mandate to restore hope and change for Liberians. For many Liberians, especially the youth, he represented the possibility of a brighter future. Unfortunately, these last 5 years have seen a rapid decline in almost all aspects of national life.
Yeah, it's about King Kwa the boss poor, a part of a German.
Different trace for different trace for different trace for different trace for
The country is far, I come here with basic. The country is far, I come here with basic. The country is far, I come here with basic. The country is far, I come here with basic. The country is far, I come here with basic. The country is far, I come here with basic. The country is far, I come here with basic. The country is far, I come here with basic.
Change your song, burn and change your song. Change your song, burn and change your song. Chérie des sons, pas chérie des sons, ni ma chérie des sons, le coup chérie des sons. Chérie des sons, le chérie des sons, chérie des sons, le chérie des sons, ni ma chérie des sons, le pas chérie des sons, pas chérie des sons, le coup chérie des sons.
The country is far, I come here with basic. The country is far, I come here with basic. The country is far, I come here with basic. The country is far, I come here with basic. The country is far, I come here with basic. The country is far, I come here with basic. The country is far, I come here with basic. The country is far, I come here with basic.
Mais à travers le rôle, le honorable Messia, elle est sans la fille pour me, le son américain. I can see my home at the
My fellow Liberians, despite our diversity, we are a united people, a great and noble people. Through the strength of our unity and the resilience of our determination, we have begun to rebuild a ravished country and have survived 2 deadly health crises. Our people have stood together as one united people, ready to face the future. Whether you are a fisherman of Grand Cru and Sino, the hunters of Grand Jide and River G, the farmers of Lofa and Bapolu, the Gola and Vai dancers of Bumi and Kipmount, the hospitable people of Bassa and Riverses, the warriors of Maryland, the miners and explorers of Nimba, the merchants and traders of Bong, the welcoming people of Magibi, or the melting pot of Montserrado. We are one people.
Not in the business, you catching fever. You getting serious like anti-river. Ain't no stopping by the river. And as we coming, we're sweeping, we're cutting, we're moving all the way. We coming, Where's the we coming? As we coming, we're sweeping, we coming. Anywhere we meet up, stick. Where's the we coming? I watch you come in your hair. We coming.
Y'all have a good day. See you at 8. Join us in 12 o'clock in Liberia. Bye.